Okay.
This is AOS Reactions, and welcome back to another reaction, another review. Guys, I know it's been a minute. Apologies for the few days delay in my videos. You know, life, gotta handle all that kind of stuff. But I'm back. Excuse the roughness. Excuse the roughness. You know, I know I gotta get a haircut. I really do. But aside from that, that's not what we're here for today. Guys, I have a little interesting video for you today. Basically, this video is gonna be a bit controversial. Just warning you out the gate, but y'all know how I am. I like to review and react to anything and everything. I like to, you know, discuss and talk about anything and everything. So again, anything you guys want to send me, I'm on it. It isn't just anime. It isn't just any one type of content. You can send me anything, but anime, you know, is kind of like my thing. I like anime. But yeah, so this is definitely different. I'm actually going to be, I already reacted to the video on my own. I saw it on my own, and I just thought this would be something interesting to talk about. It's a fairly new video, kind of new. It's not like, it's 2 days old. It's by a popular YouTube channel called Abba and Preach. I enjoy them a lot. I really like their content. I think they're, first of all, they're hilarious. Second of all, they bring really good points to the table on a lot of different subjects and social issues, political issues, all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, this one is titled "If the LGBTQ Community is Confusing to You." Yeah, so like I said, not my normal kind of stuff, but I love talking about all this kind of things because I think it's important to talk about it. I love to get people's opinions on this kind of stuff, and you know, I just kind of like to, you know, talk about it as well, and you know, just kind of get an understanding of all these kind of things because these are things that we all run into, you know, in life, period. So I just thought, and what I really found interesting about the video is the way that they approached it. It was very respectful. It was very well done, and I just kind of wanted to throw my 2 cents in on there. Like I said, controversial, but of course I'm gonna speak on it respectfully. I want to preface this with saying no hate or anything towards the LGBTQ and all the other letters involved because I really don't know them. It's based kind of what this video is based on, the fact that there's a lot of confusion about that community. I have no hate towards them at all. I love everyone. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to be blessed. So let's get that out the way. So this is not going to be bashing anybody or anything of the sort. This is just something that I think a lot of us in society deal with when it comes to this community, and we're just trying to understand. But I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna basically play little parts of the video and kind of give you guys my 2 cents on it. It's not a long video, but I don't necessarily play the whole thing. Just kind of hit the key points here, and of course the video will be in the link in the description. I highly recommend this channel. Check them out, guys. These guys are really hilarious, very well spoken, and give really good points and really good insights on different topics. So I really enjoy them. I highly recommend them. Yeah, but let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. All right, guys, let's go.
So, if you think that the lingo of the LGBT
oh, and by the way, guys, the one on the right is Abba, and the one on the left is Preach, just so you guys know.
It's confusing. It's not you. It's them.
I don't identify as queer. That does not define me. That's not a word I want to be called as a gay man. So what I'd like to know is, what is the definition of queer? What is it? What does queer mean? In order for me to support you or not support you, I need to understand you.
Brendan wants to know, how do you define the term queer? Now, from what I understand, different people view the word differently. But is there somebody here who would like to volunteer?
Sure. So when I think of the term queer, I tend to think of somebody who is either not cisgender or not heterosexual. That's my impression of what queer means.
Which is already in the...
So for my experience as previously a lesbian woman, before I came out as a transgender man, I used the word gay, I used the word lesbian, I used the word woman to describe me before I realized that that wasn't actually accurate. Now I am a transgender man who is married to a cisgender woman, so people would say I'm a straight man, but I'm not straight because I lived as a lesbian for 20 years before I came out as transgender. Also, I like people of all genders, so what the heck do I have to call myself now? Do I call myself a former lesbian, bisexual / pansexual, transgender man? In order to not use the word queer, absolutely not. It's
Do you
one
feel like when
syllable.
you use the word queer, people know that you are all of those things, that suddenly it becomes crystal clear to people?
I think what's more important to people is that they know what I'm not. And they know that I'm not a cisgender heterosexual.
I'm not comfortable taking on the term of queer because I don't think there's anything queer about me. I live in a world.
It could be a political stance.
It's a political stance.
Just to pause real quick, like I said, I won't play the entire clip for you guys, but I think you guys kind of get where this is going, and like I said, I'm gonna let them speak on it a little bit, and then I'm gonna kind of give my 2 cents in on there. But I'm just kind of giving you guys an idea of what the issue is and what the topic of discussion is on this. So,
be a political stance as well.
Queer explains what you're not, but it also can be a political stance. But it.
the silence, man, the silence.
Bro,
that's the only reason I'm laughing. I'm laughing at them.
It's not forced. I really don't know.
It's not. I'm trying to.
I don't know.
I'm trying. And
so you're a transgender woman, man. You used to be a female who dated women, who was a lesbian, but now that you're a transgender man who dates cisgendered women, you're not a straight man because of what you used to. But I thought you wanted to be a man, so why don't you call yourself a straight man if you're dating a woman?
Because she can't, because she's not, because of what she used to be. I mean, the past is not important until it's important.
Look at his face. Look at his face right now. All right, guys, so let me stop it right there. Okay, so I legitimately, when I came across this video, I legitimately was expecting like them to be able to kind of explain this stuff to me. And when I saw the looks on their faces and they were just speechless, and like I said, not because it was forced or they're doing it for comedic timing, all that kind of stuff. It was just literally like, I don't know what to say. I identify with that so much. You know, we go around in society and we meet these different type of people in this community. And we're constantly being told what to refer to them as. But the thing is that they don't fully know what to refer to themselves as. And I want to be respectful to people. You know, I have my own beliefs. I have my own ideas on things. But at the same time, I do want to be respectful to people. I just, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong out there for anybody who's part of this community or anything like that. There just seems to be a lot of division, a lot of confusion, a lot of division. And it just doesn't, what it boils down to is it just doesn't make a lot of sense. If you don't know what you want to call yourself, how do we know what to refer to you guys as? Like, it just, I mean, right what I just said there. If I say you guys, is that wrong? Because, well, how could you say you guys? You know, it's a lot of confusion, and no one is trying to disrespect these people. No one's trying to make them feel bad about themselves or anything like that. But after a while, you just don't know what to say, and it's just very interesting to finally have these community of people sit down from all different parts, from the transgender part, the pansexual, bisexual, all that kind of stuff, and have them finally sit down and talk and really get down to what is it that they are looking for to be referred to as, and not just that, but what is it, what are they seeking exactly? Because who cares about labels at a certain point? You know, I'm a black man, okay? I'm a black man in America. I'm straight. So what? I don't, there's nothing that I gain from that, really. It's just so that people have an understanding of where I'm at. Okay, I'm here for the ladies. Okay, I'm black. Yes, we can see that. I'm an American. Was born in Denver. I mean, like, after a while, you know, that's just little small tidbits about you, but that doesn't really talk about who you are as a person. So at the end of the day, it's not just about what do we refer to you as, but also what exactly are you trying to gain from us referring to you as these different things? Because it's just so many terms and so many, you guys will see this in the video. There's so many different terms and so many different definitions for what they identify as, that it's just so confusing. And then they don't even agree amongst themselves as what the definition of this, that, or the third is. So after a while, is it really about a respect issue, or is it more about trying to understand yourselves as well? Because like I said, it's just labels after a certain point. It's just, you know, you're not a label. Okay, I'm not even going to pretend to understand the LGBTQ community, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I have my own beliefs and all that kind of thing. But I don't walk around thinking of these people as a label. They're human beings like the rest of us. I don't label them, you're this, you're that, you're this. It's like, so is it really important to label yourselves? I feel like there's a deeper issue going on. Like maybe in labeling themselves, they're trying to figure out who they are. They may say, you know, they know who they are, but do they really, when it comes down to something as simple as, I don't know what to label myself. I've never been confused about, you know, what I am, who I am. Like I said, black male, straight, American, born in America. That's about it. Oh, and of course, I'm a Christian. I'm Christian. So that's all the labels that you got for me. And the only one that I would say defines a lot of my character is me being Christian. I don't define myself as being, you know, through me being black, me being American, or me being straight or anything like that kind of stuff. You know, that stuff, you know, it is what it is. There's nothing really deeper past that. There's nothing to delve into with me being black or being straight, anything like that. That's just, you know, that's me, and that's all there is to it. But with them, it just seems like there's so much more to it for them, the labeling, and it just seems like they're trying to figure something out, you know, through these labels. And they're trying, you know, and that's where all this, you know, please refer to me as this, please refer to me as that. I think there's more to it. But like I said, I won't do too much talking. I'll let kind of more of the clips speak for themselves, and I definitely want to hear what you guys think.
I think that my issue is not what you identify as, it's when you try to tell me what I should identify as. And if I say that I'm queer, non-binary, or if I say I'm a shoe, that's my business. My thing is like, why does it matter what I identify as?
Did this nigga just say a shoe?
He said a shoe.
I've never heard that term myself. I don't know what that is.
I don't care what you identify as. You want to be in the privacy of your home. You want to be out in public saying I'm a shoe. Say you're a shoe. It's my problem is when everyone's telling us I have to buy into your fucking delusion that you're a shoe, and I gotta sit there and be like, yeah, that's when I have a problem with your identity. When you impose it on me. That's what this whole discussion is about. Nobody cares what you call yourself. You want to call yourself a unicorn? Go ahead. But don't make me have to believe what you call yourself.
I think you're the one that said that I was erasing you as trans. I am. Like, you're not trans. Like, there's a medical definition of being a transsexual and being...
But what if those non-binary people do suffer from gender dysphoria?
Jamie, how you doing?
I mean...
Look, I think this little clip kind of encapsulates this whole discussion. You have the LGBT community who doesn't agree on anything, who don't understand each other, and here we are, the viewer, confused, the outside community, we don't understand anything. And when someone is trying to untangle this confusing ass web, you have someone else who cries, and everyone prioritizes the person's feelings over the important discussion at hand.
So basically right there, guys, that's kind of like the crux of this whole video here. There, like I was saying earlier, there's so much confusion, as you guys saw. I mean, they're fighting amongst each other. Really? I'm trying to be all philosophical here, and my phone is gonna go off. I feel like making a rap song about my ringtone. I mean, that's what all YouTubers are doing at this point now, right? You gotta make a rap song at some point in your career, right? I think I should just make a rap song off of that. I'm gonna find a fire producer, and I'm gonna just spit bars. Who am I kidding? I can't spit bars. Anyway, back to the discussion, guys. Like I was saying, and I almost lost my train of thought. There's infighting going on amongst this community. I mean, now you have people, someone who is transsexual telling another transsexual, you're not transsexual. And it's like, how does that work? How can you tell someone else, you know, you would think they'd be on the same page, you know, considering that they feel, you know, very oppressed and that people don't understand them, but you don't seem to understand each other. You're telling someone what they are and what they're not. There seems to be an understanding, because I always thought that they found the idea of body dysmorphia offensive. Like, oh, how dare you call, you know, my way of life a problem or an issue, you know. But at the end of the day, it seems like they do identify, you know, body dysmorphia as part of their community. But there's different... See, I don't even know how to say it myself. I fully don't. Like I said, I don't understand. I don't want to disrespect anyone. I mean no disrespect to anyone. But at the end of the day, there's so much confusion amongst the community. And on top of that, I have to agree with Abba 100%. It's being imposed on everyone. Everybody has their own beliefs. I said this earlier in the video. I have my own belief. Everyone else has their own beliefs. So why is it that I'm being basically told what to believe? I'm being told, no, this is this and this is that. If you feel that way, that's fine. I'm not going to fight anybody on how they feel, what they think, what's going on. Live your life the best way you know how. But to first impose it on me, and then second, impose something on me that you don't fully understand yourself, it kind of defeats the whole purpose. It kind of defeats your whole argument of it defeats the whole purpose of your message that you're trying to send to everyone, as far as please be accepting, please be respectful. Well, you have to respect other people's beliefs as well. You have to respect how other people think as well. As long as it's not harming you, because I am completely against people harming the people of this community, coming against them, hating on them, talking bad about them. I'm completely against that. You'll never catch me saying anything awful or disgusting about someone like that. There's no reason to. They've not done anything to anyone. That's wrong and it's ridiculous, and I'm completely against that. But in the same token, you have to respect other people's beliefs as well. As long as they're not harming you or doing anything to you, you have to respect that. Maybe they don't think the same way you do. They don't see the things the way you see them. Just like amongst your own community, not each person sees the same things the same way as you do. They don't have one transgender person may not have the same definition of a transgender as another person. Same thing with someone who's queer, who's this, that, and the third. All of you have your own definitions. And that's why I brought up the idea that I think there's more to this than just labels and definitions. I think there is something that they are trying to obtain about their identity. They're trying to figure something out themselves, and they're doing it through labels and definitions, and everybody's done that. Races do that, they use different terms and everything to identify themselves and things like that. Like I said, the only term I would say that actually does kind of identify me would be Christian, because there's a lot of depth to that. But I don't feel there's a lot of depth in calling someone a transsexual, calling someone this, calling that, and this and the third. There's a whole lot of depth to that. It's very just clear cut and simple, if you catch my drift. And I know some people may find that offensive, like, no, it's not. But that's just my belief. It just seems very clear-cut and simple, and it just seems like there's more to you than just that label. There is more to you than just transsexual, which is the transitioning of either a man to a woman or a woman to a man. That's all it is, really, to me. I feel like there's more to these people than just that. But I think for them, it's not enough. It's not enough just for it to be man to woman, woman to man, and that's it. I feel like they need more to help them identify themselves. And that goes for the people who say they're queer, bi, gay, whatever the case may be. That's my personal opinion, but I had to absolutely agree with Abba. You can't impose those beliefs, especially when you don't have any concrete definitions to give anyone to even impose that. You can't impose something that you haven't figured fully out yourself.
We don't understand this stuff. Your viewers are hella confused. You guys are very confused. And yet, instead of making it clear for us, we're going to be like, do you need a box of tissues? Stop talking, Susan. You imagine if you were in class and every time they discuss something difficult because one student cried, they stopped the entire class? What would your education look like?
Fucked up.
You think we feel?
Exactly.
We're being called transphobe. We're being called bigots. We're being called all these other things because we don't understand.
That's a really huge thing, guys. Like, we're being labeled as well. It's not just them labeling themselves. They're labeling other people who don't understand it, who don't get it. They're not, and no one's explained to this. There's nobody explaining this. Even if they were to try to explain it, we just end up in the same situation that those people were in that little discussion group. A whole lot of arguing, offending each other. I mean, I don't understand how someone in your own community can speak in a way that would offend someone else in that community. All of you guys seem to have an understanding that whatever it is that you identify as, or whatever it is that's going on in your mind, in your body, or whatever the case may be, is something that should be, understood, not hate on, everything like that. It seems like you guys were all in agreement, but it turns out you're not. So it's just like the title of the video says, it's just very confusing. It's very confusing, and no one really knows how to handle it. And because we don't know how to handle it, we're being labeled transphobic, homophobic, all these other kind of labels, and it's just like, what do you say at that point?
People who appreciate having LGBTQIA+ be a thing that exists, do they feel like it helps them be seen or their friends be seen? Anybody here?
So no one
at all?
It's okay.
Sometimes it just gets to be too many damn letters.
It's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
It just you adding letters on. So like sometimes I appreciate it, and then other times I'm like, it's too many damn letters. Like
we're technically LGBTQIAAP2+.
I'm just really happy someone in that community said it so that I don't have to be the jerk or the homophobic, the person who's against the LGBT, because so many people have been corrected every time they refer to the LGBT community. Oh, well, you left off the Q. Oh, well, you left off the A, and all the stuff he just said, and the pluses and everything like that. Even he himself, or whatever he identifies as, it was a he to me. Yeah, it's too many letters. It's too many letters. And none of you know, some of you don't even know what those letters are, what they mean, or anything. And a lot of you don't even agree on what those letters mean anyway. So it's just like, come on now. But you expect us to understand what's going on here. You expect us to see what you guys are saying and to be understanding and, to be empathetic and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying you can't be understanding to someone's situation, but there's a difference between being understanding and understanding what's going on. Like, I can be understanding someone's situation but not fully understand the situation. I'm just trying to be sympathetic. I can be sympathetic, but in all honesty, do I understand this? No. It's confusing. I don't get it, and I just leave it at that.
By and large,
is this considered coming out? Because I started to say that just now.
I think it's called stepping the fuck up. I think it's called stepping up. I don't think it's about. I think it's called stepping up.
The thing that coming out does, it is a white people thing.
Cut that shit off. You know what the hell the man said? He meant, and I hate that one. No, it's not coming out. It's stepping up. You didn't add anything to the conversation. It's not a tree. I would call it the lawn of the earth.
I was confused by that clip as well. I don't understand how Charlamagne's very rude. Charlamagne is very rude, very disrespectful, and a lot of the smoke he be getting, he deserves it. A lot of it. He does not have to say the things he says, and he doesn't have to say them in the way that he says them. He's just a very rude, disrespectful kind of guy, and he knows he is, and he doesn't care. He gets paid for it. People still listen to him, so that's all I'm going to say on that. But in this specific situation, I don't know how else he was supposed to say that. Maybe he shouldn't have asked the question at all, because that guy seemed offended by it. I don't know what he was supposed to say in that situation. Was this a coming out? I don't know, because I really don't know his preferences. I don't know if that man is gay, straight. I don't know. So I didn't necessarily fully get that he was being rude by asking, is this a come? Maybe he shouldn't have asked it that way. I don't know. But that response just seemed a bit aggressive and a bit like he was hurt and offended by that. It's a stepping up. Stepping up to what? At the end of the day, he's just asking, are you letting us know what your preference is?
And if you force feed anything on anyone, you make them hate it. The gay community, my community, we are forcing, take us, see us, accept us, let us be with you.
And I'm going to stop there right there. Again, guys, if you guys want to see the full video of all this, the full thing of what she was saying or he was saying, I'm not even going to get into that. Again, I don't know what all this is about. So again, if you guys want to hear anything about this, make sure you guys go to the link in the description. The full video will be there. Like I said, I highly suggest you guys check out their channel. They talk about more stuff like this and, of other things, not just about this community, but all kinds, like I said, politics and other social issues and all that kind of stuff. And they bring a lot of stuff to the table, and I really enjoy their content. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of that, link will be in the description, top of the description below. But anyway, guys, I really want to know what you guys think in the comments. Please, all opinions are welcome, especially from the LGBTQ community. If you guys have anything you want to say, if you come across this video, if you like it, dislike it, I completely understand. Don't even worry about it. If you enjoy my content at all, please sub, join the AYS crew. We'd love to have you. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Be respectful in the comments to each other, please. Please, you know, if you guys want to come at me, that's fine, but be respectful to each other in the comments. You know, everybody's just here to check out this video. There's no reason to come at anybody else. If you have a problem with me, that's fine, but keep it respectful in the comments, guys. But I'm really interested to hear your opinions on all this. I'm very interested. And again, check out their channel. Really good channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next reaction, in the next review. I'm out. Peace.